We are the Hebrew Israelites, come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. And I say that with emphasis because tomorrow y'all gonna celebrate the birth of America. At least it's independence for the most part. All right? We give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, those who the world ignorantly call Jesus and God, okay? We give double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, all right? And blessings to the elect and salutations to the brothers out there teaching truth and sincerity, okay? And the sisters that's following along and doing what they have to do to get up out of here, man, okay? And with that being said, we're going to jump straight into the scriptures, all right? In 2nd Ezra to start off with.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me and said then.
Salakia. One more thing, and we also out here to let our people know, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that they are the true children of Israel spoken of in the Bible, and the so-called white man is Esau Edom spoken of in the Bible, okay? Predominantly. Okay, go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Yeah, what time? This time. This day and age. What's going on? Measure these times. Okay, go ahead.
And when thou seest of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, and those when thou seest, what is it talking about? It's talking about the prophecies, okay? Give me Habakkuk 2, go with Terry. It's talking about the matter of fact, give me Isaiah 34 and 16 to start off with, then get Habakkuk. It's talking about the prophecies, all right? Because this is a prophetic book as well as a history book, okay? But speaking on the prophecies, there's things written in these scriptures that's prophesying, okay? And part of that prophesying or the prophecies is the downfall of America, all right? That's why, in particular, I got these two signs out right now. One of the signs is the statue of the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had, all right? Because it talked about the Babylonian kingdom, which was destroyed. It talked about, or I would say, which fell. It talked about the Persian and the Mede Empire, which fell. It talked about the Greek Empire, which fell. And it talked about the Roman Empire, which fell. And now we get down to the iron and the clay, okay, which is now America, which is predominantly NATO and the EU. Those are the 10 toes, all right, mixed with iron and clay. Because America somewhat fulfilled part of the Roman, well, really all of the kingdoms, really, from Babylon to the Persians and the Medes to the Greeks and the Romans. It's like all mixed in America, okay? And you have our people who will read the history on those separate kingdoms and see that those same things are going on in America, but think that America will continue, all right? Or especially the so-called white man, all right? Known as Esau Edom in the Bible, okay? They think that America will go on forever even though previous empires has failed. Every empire will fail and will fall except Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which is the kingdom of heaven, which y'all know, which will be held on earth, okay? Go ahead.
34 and 11?
34 and 16.
Okay. Isaiah 34 and 16. Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read.
Yeah, the Bible, the Holy Bible. Predominantly the King James Version, okay? Go ahead.
No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate.
Yeah, no one of these shall fail. Speaking about the prophecies. The prophecies that's written in this book has either come to pass or pretty soon will come to pass. All right? None of these shall want her mate, meaning you can't learn about the Bible prophecies in the Quran, okay, the book of the Dead Sea Scrolls, the book of the Mormon, all right? This is the only book that you need to make it up out of here, man. All right? It has everything that you need. It got your history in it. It got your dietary laws. It got your law, statutes, and commandments. It got your prophecies. Okay, it got things going on right now in present times. You can read this and just apply it to life. All right? You don't need all those other books, which is a mate. Because this is the only book that you need. Go ahead.
Yeah, like the brother said, everything that's going on right now is in the scriptures. The economic downturn is in the scriptures.
Yep.
Brexit, you know, the British leaving the EU and the EU becoming weak, that's in the scriptures. The downfall of America is in the scriptures.
Yeah, this nation, America, becoming weak and other nations becoming strong, that's in the scriptures. All right? Period, point blank. Because they had the same nuclear capabilities as America. At a point in time, that was what the difference between the two, or made America the ultimate bully, because they had nuclear power and actually used nuclear power. Okay? But you got Russia, who got like the biggest nuke in the world. All right? So you automatically automatically reign over America when it comes to war. Okay? If my weapon is bigger than your weapon, what you want to do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why America go in there and mess with the smaller countries, all right? They won't go over to China and invade China, won't invade Iran, won't invade Russia, you know what I'm saying? Or any Russian alliances.
They trying to go to the South China Sea in the gas check.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's because America know who to deal with, man. All right?
Yeah, like you said, it's just that big bully. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna pick on the other bully in the schoolyard.
Yeah.
He gonna pick on the small fries.
Yep.
But guess what? Them small fries, they're coming together, and what they say on Big Mama, they can strike a mighty blow.
Yeah, soul food, yeah.
Soul food, Big
Yeah,
Mama
you
said.
bring this fist together, they can strike a mighty blow, and that's how it is. Because ultimately, America's gonna beef with Russia, China, and Iran, and other countries, all right? But they're gonna come together against America, and you can read about that in Jeremiah chapter 50 and 51, man. When it said, all ye that bend the bow shoot on Babylon, all right? So you might have a missile defense system that can possibly affect some of Russia, but with Russia shooting, Iran shooting, China shooting, Pakistan shooting, India shooting, like
Britain, France.
you're gonna lose, man. All right. It's just like if you get jumped. If somebody came up right now and jump me, you know what I'm saying? And it's like 10 of them, I might knock 4 of them out, and you know what I'm saying, knock about 2 others down. But that still leave 4 that's still up, throwing kicks and punches, man. All right. And that's what's going to happen to the daughter of Babylon. It's going to be jumped by nuclear missiles. All right? Go ahead.
None shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded it, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
Yeah, for my mouth it hath commanded it, and its spirit, which is the most high spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahushai spirit, hath gathered them, okay? Gathered the prophecies, as well as gathered the prophets, man. All right? Because the Lord used us to bring out the prophecies, to bring the warning, to bring the admonition. You know what I'm saying? To let you know what's going to happen before it happened. So when you get in that judgment day, you can't say, I didn't know. There's no way running away from that dog without spiritual power. All right, go ahead. Yep.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables,
Yep.
that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
And it's speaking right now, meaning it's coming to life. All right? It's showing anything that we're saying and reading out of the scriptures is happening, and you can relate it to these present times. Or you can see it, maybe spiritually, about to happen. Like the Third World War. The reason why America keep beefing with Russia or can't come to terms with Iran. You can see, okay, man, yeah, I can see a Third World War happening. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to be a dumbass and just be in denial. All right? which most of you conscious niggas are.
Right, but then you would have to say, because the Third World War been almost happening.
Yeah.
Ever since the Cold War.
Yep.
So you would have to deny the Cold War and right now.
Yep.
In order to say that we're not on the brink of World War III.
And you got a lot of selfish people out there talking about something. I think it's gonna happen, but not in my time. With
Right.
dummy, that means it's gonna happen in your kids' time possibly, or your grandkids' time possibly, or your great grandkids' time possibly. You've been selfish, and you've been dumb, because I want it to happen in my time. Lord willing, it happens in my time. All right, because I want to be part of salvation. Okay, and see the downfall of this place, man. All right. There's nothing better than seeing prophecy come to pass. All right? Go ahead.
Says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it.
Yeah, though it tarry, wait for it. That's why I said measure the time, because a lot of people fell out of this thing, all right? Basically went back into the world, meaning back to their own ways, basically stopped believing, all right, in this truth, in the truth of this Bible, because it's taking too long for them, man. That's why patience is so essential in this truth. All right? But with patience, you have to constantly be in the scriptures, man. So you can constantly see prophecies coming to pass. You can constantly see keep the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? Because if you stop doing that, you're going to just feel like you in control. And then you're going to feel like you can study when you want to, or only when you get time, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's supposed to come before this truth, and I'm speaking to myself as well. All right? I got kids. You know what I'm saying? I got a woman. I got a job. All right? I got people in the world that I have to deal with on a certain level. You know what I'm saying? But all that got to come after this truth, man. Okay? Meaning if you're supposed to be on these highways and byways, but you saying I can't because I got to watch my kids. Like, hey, you better pay a babysitter, man. If you about this life, then be about it. All right? Because the brother's constantly speaking about being lukewarm, man. And being lukewarm is basically straddling the fence. You don't know if you in it. You don't know if you out of it. All right? But you ain't going to make it sitting there in between, man. And you ain't going to make it out of it. So you might as well go wholeheartedly in it. All right? Back to second. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Yeah, it will surely come, it will not tarry, because it might seem like it's taking a long time, all right? But if you measure the time diligently, then you can see it's prophecy is really speeding up. You know what I'm saying? Things that we speaking of is actually coming faster than you think it will happen, all right? Like the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. I will say about 3 years ago, it wasn't as big as it is now. Now they got, instead of just having a few commercials, they got commercials. They got advertisement far as clubs. All right, different companies that's talking about it. Different companies that's investing in it. All right.
Yeah,
Talking about the betterment of your security and your financial status and your medical records, and on to just making your life supposedly easier. All right.
I did a video, the other day about the RFID in the NFL.
Yep.
Because they about to start putting the chips in their shoulder pads and in the chains and the pylons or whatever.
Help determine with penalties and all that.
Yeah, so it'll determine, how fast a person ran, how many yards he ran, north and south and east and west.
Which is monitoring in itself.
Right. And then, like I said in the video, they're going to go a step further, because if you stretch that ball out and you got to try to get that first down, if you got that chip in your hand, they'll know whether you at the 8, whether you at the 7, the 7.5, whether the pylon's at the 6. They can get the exact measurement so they know whether you got that first down or not. And you tell me who in the NFL ain't going to get that chip to get that extra yard to make sure they got that first down. It's why? Because they all about a check. And when they say you want to get your $153 million contract or whatever it is, but you got to take the chip. You mean to tell me they gonna give up their career to not take the chip?
Yeah.
And it's gonna help their career. And then,
they might give your ass a bonus just to get the chip.
It's a trickle down effect. Because if that's what they're doing in the NFL, then they're going to start doing it in college, and then high school, and then Pop Warner. And so if you want your kids to be in athletics, one way or another, they're going to have to take that chip.
And that's what a lot of people don't do. They don't extrapolate with the scriptures, all right? They think that they can just cherry pick with the scriptures. You can't cherry pick with the scriptures if you want to make it. If you don't want to make it, you can do that all you want. But if you want to make it, you can't cherry pick with the scriptures. You got to read it and you got to believe in it, man. All right?
2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt know, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, because